Welcome
Yeah.
back to another episode of the Alpha Nation, everyone. We got Coach Lizzie B and myself back as usual, the usual suspects today, talking to you guys just about a couple of questions we've had recently in the last couple of weeks. So,
Yeah. Firstly, we hope that you're all doing well and staying safe in lockdown.
mm,
Weird times. Who
it
knows when
is.
we're going to get out of it? Who knows when
Hope
the
we're all making
podcast
use
will
of
go
it.
back to the couch?
Yeah, imagine. It's
Yeah.
going to be a few more weeks of podcasting here in our
Doom.
bedrooms. Um,
I literally am
Zoom,
in my bedroom
Zoom.
today as well.
Oh, you and me both, because I
Yeah.
can't separate work and home life. Um,
Oh boy. Well, we've had a
oh
lot of
mate.
questions come through from clients in the last couple of weeks. So we thought that we would answer some. We've kind
Mm,
of gone through training and nutrition considerations for lockdown. I dare say the next few episodes are going to be focused on what we can do in lockdown, but we're going to try
mm,
and make it not always centered around lockdown.
lockdown. I'm sure you guys have had
Um,
enough of that anyway. So,
yeah,
mm,
but yeah, one question we thought we'd kick it off with. I had a client who has been a little bit sick recently, and hasn't been able to move very much. So I didn't want to
mm,
risk putting any weight on. And so she's quite tall, and she reduced her calories down to 1,000 per day. Which is not her fault. That's just complete misinformation. It's just a classic
mm,
case of the media kind of telling women that 1,000 calorie diet is the sweet spot, and it's not. So we thought we would touch on, considerations for when you are sick and when you are
mm.
recovering, and also why you should never drop your calories dangerously low.
Absolutely, yeah. So, yeah, if you want to give us a bit more, I guess, of that story. So, she is obviously how tall, how much,
Yeah, so
like,
she's 175 centimeters tall, about 74 kilos, and is quite lean. Like, she's really
mm,
active. She's a dancer. She loves to work out, but sort of didn't want to risk putting on weight whilst not being able to move, which is a
yeah,
complete, that's totally a fair enough consideration. Um,
absolutely.
and yeah, I suppose we just wanted to kind of, you know, hone in on that today to educate
Mm,
people on what to do when they are sick and what to do with
mm,
your calories. I personally always ask my clients, when they're sick, to stay at maintenance. Your body doesn't need to be in a
yep,
deficit when you're sick. You need to be at maintenance
no
calories. You
way.
need to feed yourself
Mm,
to get better.
yeah. Well, I mean, I guess the number one thing when we are sick or when we are injured is getting back to full health.
Yes.
Like all other goals should really be on pause because you're not going to be able to make much progress if you are sick, if you are injured, if you're just beating a dead horse, like we say it all the time. Um, if you need that break and you need that recovery kind of phase, take it. Fill
Yeah.
yourself with calories. You need to recover from that. Because it is calorie expensive trying to get better. Like your immune system's using a bunch of calories. Yeah, you're not going to be using as many because you're not going to be moving as much, but you should still be eating at maintenance calories at least. So yeah, like if clients are sick, if clients are injured, we're not looking at breaking any weight goals or anything like that.
No. And we want to
Yeah, we
get
want
better
you.
as soon as possible.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, depriving yourself of nutrients and resources like that, especially at 1,000 calories, which I'm sure
Yeah.
is like more than half of well, less than half of her calories.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, absolutely.
it's going to
Um,
be yeah, it's going to be a lot more of a stressful environment nonetheless. Anyway, then you add a deficit on top of it, you're not going to recover. You're just going to keep feeling like shit. You're going to run yourself down even more. You're going to feel a lot more lethargic.
exactly.
It's really again just a downhill spiral from there.
Yeah. And, she was quite concerned because she was trying, she's feeling better, but she was
Mm,
trying to get her workouts in, but couldn't really sustain the workout and didn't really have energy to get through the workout and kind of put it down to having been sick. And so I talked her through
mm,
the fact that we need energy to get through a workout. So we need to feed
yeah.
ourselves. It's like putting fuel in a car, right? And she was doing the right thing by way of kind of focusing on protein. But then I explained, you know, we need fats for our hormones, we need carbs for our energy. You know, our body burns carbs first as an energy system. And I think that the thing that I really wanted us to touch on today is the importance of understanding that when you put yourself in a deficit, regardless of if you're sick or not, if it's too low, and we've touched on this before in previous episodes, but your body it needs to reserve energy. So if we think about our body as organs that talk to each other, there's kind of like, you know, the little man in the center of our body goes, all right, guys, energy's low. Just pull some workmen from the digestive system. We don't need to worry about the menstrual cycle right now. You know, let's not worry about focusing on absorbing all the nutrients from foods. Let's just shut everything down. Let's burn at the lowest energy we can because we've got low storage here. So let's survive on as little calories as we can, which then means that you're down regulating everything.
Exactly.
You stop going to the toilet as much. You don't absorb the nutrients from your food. You literally everything sort of stops working optimally, and then you don't have the energy to get through a workout, and even your basal metabolic rate lowers because your body is kind of burning as little energy as possible to reserve what energy it does have.
Yeah, it just slows down all those chemical reactions and just starts to burn on, I guess, reserve mode, really. Like, don't get me wrong, you'll still lose weight, but it's not a healthy way. Calories in versus calories out. But
you won't have any energy to do anything. Your body won't be functioning properly.
Yeah, exactly. You feel like just laying down. And as your metabolism adapts like that, you do feel a lot more lethargic, like you can't get as much done. You don't want to go for walks or anything like that. You just want to lay in bed, or you just want to eat. So it that whole kind of, I guess, positive feedback loop, you could say. Would it be positive? Yeah.
Would it be? In what way?
No, I mean like positive feedback loop. So one thing, so your low calories makes you more lethargic.
Yes.
Yep. It just kind of barrels down.
The domino effect. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, recovery as well. If you are working out while you're in a deficit, your body is not going to recover at you know the rate that it should, which also means that you're actually not going to be burning fat properly. You're not going to be building muscle properly. So you're really kind of like everything is canceling each other out. The goal is to and the goal is to you know to if your goal is weight loss, you want to lean out, you want to build some muscle, because the more muscle we have, the more calories or the more energy our body burns at rest. So if you're not recovering, you're not really building muscle properly. You're not kind of reaching,
increasing your exactly. So it's kind of just like a whole shit show after that point. Just
the technical term is a shit show.
The technical term, it's a shit show. It's not enjoyable. Like it's gonna make you feel even worse potentially. But then again, with injury recovery too, like if someone's done their shoulder or sprained something or something like that, then we want you to be eating at minimum maintenance calories.
Absolutely.
Because your body needs those resources and those nutrients to heal. There's like no other way about it. And you also want to take a rest from training. Do any prescribed kind of rehab you've got, do any activations, just trying to get that passive and active range of motion where it should be again. But really you should not be in like anything below maintenance, shouldn't be in a deficit. It's just going to cause a havoc on your body trying to recover from training and then also trying to heal an injury.
And you literally will take 5 steps back.
Which is not ideal
in your goals. No. And sometimes we just kind of have to accept maintenance weight in terms of, you know, recovering from sickness or recovering from injury, but you give yourself a higher chance of bouncing back even stronger.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
That was a fucking 10-minute question, that one.
but it's good though. I think it's
good.
important to touch on, because a lot of people do think that way. They think, well, I've been sick, now I'm not, I haven't been moving, so I'm going to reduce the calories. And that's what I said to my client is, that's what we're here for. We're here to educate, we're here to help you.
Yeah.
And
I suppose
yeah, exactly. Because gross. Ew.
Yeah. I mean, why would you? Right.
But I mean, and similarly, you had a question from a client this week that I think a lot of people would be thinking as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So I had one of my mates actually shot me a message, and he's like, hey, so I'm not able to go up in weights or anything. I'm still doing what I can. So I'm not properly overloading, but I'm still getting a pump every day. Am I going to atrophy from that? And my reply to that was actually quite the contrary. Yeah, atrophy means lose muscle, pretty much. But yeah, my response to him was pretty much quite the contrary. Hey, like, I told him, nah. So when you get in a pump, as much as we like to kind of make fun of them in the gym, the pump chasers who only go in there, do some bicep curls, get a good fucking bicep pump and then leave.
Yeah.
It's still a good kind of auto-regulatory tool, or I guess kind of like tool to use to say, hey, I'm actually getting enough disruption, enough stimulus in this session to be making some potential gains. So obviously, I mean, the pump's not the be all and end all, unless like, you're me and you love it. But unless you're just a gym bro and you're just chasing the pump.
Yeah. But right now, in times of lockdown where the gyms are closed.
I mean, yeah, it's a good signal that, hey, you still get enough disruption into the muscle. You're still pumping enough blood in there. Like, it's just another good sign that you're still kind of on track. Now when we go back to the gym and you're just a gym bro, we're going to encourage you to, hey, actually focus on your volume targets, focus on what exercises you're doing, your range of motion, everything like that. But it's still a good kind of, tool to say, hey, you're still getting enough disruption, still getting enough stimulus, your muscles are still going to grow a little bit. So obviously provided he's got adequate volume and adequate nutrition.
Absolutely. That's the key. So. Yeah. There was a post that I put up on my Instagram story the other day, and it was about, working out in lockdown. And we've touched on this the last 2 episodes, I think, but, increase your reps, slow down. So really focus on that time under tension and add a pause. Honestly, like that would be really,
they're just ways,
an effective way of working out at home.
Yeah. They're just ways to make lighter weight feel harder, which I mean, most of us are pretty well limited to lighter weights. I mean, 2.5 kilos is still pretty heavy, but what can I say? While most of us are limited to those lighter weights, slow it down, like draw the tempo out a lot more. Just find ways to really get, I guess, the most bang for your buck in your sessions, because there's no point standing there with a 5 kilo weight and doing 30 bicep curls, not feeling anything, resting, and then going again. Like, do enough so you still feel like you're working out. Like, relative effort is still a big part of it.
Absolutely. And slow everything down. Like, if we're talking about bicep curls, don't throw the weights up, really slow it down and feel that time under tension. I mean, Greg touched on it last week with us, but he said this is a really good time for everyone to really focus on technique. So at the gym, we kind of get caught into the rut of focusing on the numbers and how much weight we've got on the bar or what dumbbell we're holding. But this is a really perfect time to focus on technique. So really slow everything down. Think about time under tension. Think about adding a pause. If you're doing bodyweight squats, do 1 1/4. So add a little pulse at the bottom. Or if you're doing Bulgarian split squats, I did it the other day. I added a pause. Absolutely hated myself. Slowed down the movement.
I do 10 Bulgarians and I'm just done. I'm tapping 10 bodyweight Bulgarians. I'm outie. Fuck that.
I think I did 20 holding a 5 kilo weight. And I at the end, I felt like I had just done some sprints. Like my heart rate was up.
Fucking through the roof.
Through the roof. But effective. I've been hating them,
hey. It is. It's good. Take this time to also slow down, focus on those movements. We did touch on it last week, but really try and feel that kind of tension or that burn in the
Yeah.
target muscle, if that's what you're going for. Slow down the movement. Make sure you've got your core active the whole time. Make sure you're
Yeah.
squeezing what muscles where you need to be using them,
Yeah.
or feeling the muscles where you need to be. Yeah, just making sure that everything is still activated. I mean,
Yeah.
I know I'm probably going to open a can of worms if I start talking about activation, but
I was gonna say.
during during your exercises, make sure everything's switched on that needs to be
Yeah.
switched on. In
Still
quotations.
literally. Yeah.
Yeah. So
It's really effective. And I mean, if we're thinking about the best ways to get results in lockdown, I sort of briefly touched on it last week, but I'll touch on it again because it's an ongoing conversation I've been having with another client where he just before lockdown signed up for a weight loss program. Gym's closed like 2 weeks in, and he was so dedicated, so committed. And he's been really struggling mentally with being on a deficit. So I've brought him up to close to baseline. We were in a 20% deficit. We've gone up to, basically maintenance calories. We've added in some extra cardio. And even though it's technically still a deficit because we've increased his energy output, that extra calories and him knowing that he can have more food each day
makes a massive difference.
Yeah, it's made a huge difference. Mentally, he's feeling better and he's got a little bit more energy to do the extra cardio, but it's that little reward of having a larger meal at dinner because he's personally wanted to bank his calories for dinner time. And if you need to go up to maintenance, come up to maintenance. You're not gonna gain weight, but you're not gonna really lose. Or switch the way you think about your deficit instead of being in a caloric, I mean, technically you're still in a caloric deficit, but instead of making it or food focused, think about your output. So bring yourself up to maintenance, add a couple more days of cardio or workout in.
But that's also going to be beneficial just because of the sheer amount of nutrients you're going to be getting back into your body as well.
Absolutely.
And I think we do need to just find that kind of fine balance, obviously in everyone individually. I guess where that is, because people are going to struggle a lot more in a 20% deficit doing no extra cardio than some people would by being at baseline calories. And just increasing their steps or increasing the amount of cardio volume they're doing during the week.
Exactly.
Which is kind of what I'm looking at kind of doing a bit more coming back from lockdown, is instead of just taking people's food away from them, being like, hey, let's just try and add a few more sessions or try and do a bit more of this, try and do a bit more of that.
It's really effective.
It makes a massive difference. Like, as long as we're still staying on track with your nutrition, because a lot of people make the mistake, hey, I'm going to go out for a run, then that way I can eat whatever I want for the rest of the day. Obviously, your hunger is going to be a little bit more increased, but as long as we stay kind of on track with that nutrition, we're still going to get you the same results. Still a calorie deficit, really.
Exactly. It's just switching the lens in how we focus.
That's exactly it.
100%. That's kind of like a nice little segue to I had a client talk to me the other day about, and he's a musician. Ironically, we've been working on fitness for going on tour, but that's all cancelled now. But he was talking about, okay, so the workouts has always been something that's given me a bit of therapy, a bit of downtime away from thinking about emails and music and everything. But he was kind of really struggling living with housemates and trying to, get the motivation to go outside and go for his walk or his run or do he's got equipment at home so he can do his workouts. And we sort of have changed his check-in a little bit to think about daily rituals. So I've actually added in some daily rituals to his programming where it's because he works really well in a routine. So we've added in a mindfulness task, whether it's spending half an hour reading a book, doing some journaling, doing some meditation, sitting in the sun, doing some grounding. And then he gives me a rating out of 10 of his stress levels of which mindfulness task he did each day, what day he didn't do a mindful task. Sorry.
Oh, and then like on the day, like which days he felt better for what mindful task he did, or
Exactly.
Yeah.
And keeping track of the days that he felt better and how that correlates with which mindfulness task he did. He's really
Mm.
been able to see what's working, and it's kind of completely transformed his mindset towards everything.
Oh,
Um,
absolutely would.
yeah. So I think
Mm.
it's important to stay on top of our mental
Oh,
health as well. And
100%. Yeah,
yeah,
I reckon, like, I've seen it up around Instagram like the past couple of weeks, but everyone is feeling the same right now. Like everyone is
yeah,
run down. Like the whole replies are getting shorter, yada yada yada. Like
yeah,
it kind of feels like this giant weight, I guess, on the community right now. But yeah, it's again easily compatible. Stay in a routine, practice mindful
yeah.
tasks, like um, join our fucking, what are they? The Monday, Friday mindfulness meditation
So
lives.
it was every night, but the
It
numbers were
was.
dwindling. So I'm doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday seems to be the sweet spot that everyone's needing.
Mm,
So
yeah.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 p.m. I'm also thinking about chucking in a midday one here and there for anyone that needs a midday
Ooh,
yoga
might be good for your
meditation.
mental too.
Maybe it will be.
Maybe we'll see.
Yeah. Um,
But
yeah. And you can watch them
yeah,
back on our Alpha Instagram, IGTV. All of the meditations that we're doing each night are saved there
I'm
if you
going
want to
back
watch
up
them
on
back.
there. 100%. Yeah,
Yeah.
like stay in that routine. I've definitely felt it the last couple of weeks, kind of where the routine starts to, flutter, be like, start waking up a bit later, start working out a
Yeah.
bit later than I should. And it's just,
Yeah.
it is just a downward spiral.
And all of a sudden you're
As soon as you,
podcasting out of your bed.
yep, all of a sudden you're podcasting out of your bed. Yeah, so
To be fair, I'm not
definitely
like I'm fully clothed in bed. It's just that it was really warm in here, so
plain look. And I'm just in my bedroom as always, because why not? With a dining room chair.
yeah.
Resources. Let's go.
Oh dear.
But yeah, no, I've definitely started, like, when my routine starts to fluster away, that's definitely when the headspace kind of starts to dwindle as well. So
Yeah,
yeah, it's
absolutely.
just a testament to just staying in that routine, because
Yeah.
100% when I've still been, getting up, going to work as much as I can, obviously with my outdoor COVID safe clients,
Yeah.
just a bit more of that routine, making time to work out, having a set schedule to work out makes the
Yeah.
biggest difference for me so
And I
far.
think
Hey.
that's the biggest thing that Luke and I have realized as well. Like we are living and breathing by that morning walk and coffee.
Oh
And if
yeah.
we're setting it like I reckon we're getting a solid minimum 45-minute walk in the morning. And it really sets us up for the day. But I think what I need to do
100%.
is instead of doing my workout when I feel like it, I've got to lock in a time. Like it's
Yeah.
back at the gym
Oh,
because I personally now am starting to feel
I'm
like I don't want to
mm,
do it.
I'm guilty of that. Like literally the past 3 days, like I've been putting it off, and then dinner's about to be ready, and I'm like, oh fuck, I can't work out
Yeah.
after dinner. I'm just gonna get something quick in before it, and
Yeah.
like it's my training's hindered the last couple of days. But it always does that. It's my usual 3 week lump, but
Yeah.
everyone at Alpha knows it.
Yeah.
I'm like fucking switched on for 3 weeks, and then the fourth week I'm like, could train.
Switch. Yeah. Could train, but maybe not.
Maybe not, but yeah, no, it's having that routine, having that set. Hey, you need to work out at this time. Um,
Yeah.
it kind of kicks your ass into gear as long as you can stay accountable to it,
Yeah.
stay dedicated to it. But
Last year it felt so different. Like last year I was working out every single morning without fail. I had my
yeah,
beats pumping in the lounge room. Sun was coming in. I mean,
it
it was kind of
was,
warmer at the start of
yeah,
lockdown last year, but yeah, this year I just can't. I don't know.
can't get into it. Mm,
I've been really forcing myself to, and I love training because it really is my mental downtime.
yeah,
But there's something about this lockdown where
it's
I'm
just not
stuck in
having
my
it.
head. Yeah, and it's
Yeah,
from
it's
struggle street.
it is unfortunate, and it does suck. That sucks, Lizzie B.
Ugh.
Um, but yeah, no, I reckon it's just, yeah, just that
It's just
time. I'm
Yeah,
that
it's
weird.
just it's exhausting. It's cold. It's
Mm,
already hard enough to go to the gym when it's cold, but I
It
think
gets dark at like 5
yeah,
earlier.
exactly.
Like, yeah,
It's shit. But
good
what
fun.
I am going to do though is from this day forth, I'm going to put my workout time scheduled in. So like we've been walking the moment
Mm,
that the sun is up, Luke and we hit the pavement, we get our walk in. It's like 7 o'clock.
mm.
So I reckon I'm going to start doing my walk. I have my coffee at the start of the walk. So that'll give
Yep,
me 45 minutes for the
45
caffeine
minutes
to hit.
to fucking get ya,
Yeah, and
and
then
then
get
train.
back here and then train. But having
Good
said that,
warm up.
Hayden, good warm up. Something
Mm,
interesting that I found, speaking about nutrition and energy, I've been
mm.
working out maybe twice, 3 times max a week, which I'm usually 5 days a week.
Yeah.
But because I've been doing so much more walking, I've been eating all my calories. I know that I keep forgetting to eat, but I do get all my
Mm.
calories in every day. I've been losing weight. I think because
Yeah,
I've been
right.
doing so many steps.
It's just, well, I mean, usually you don't walk every single day of the week for 45 minutes, do you?
Well, no, and I've been doing an afternoon walk sometimes as well.
Mm.
So I might have to up the cows or
Get
maybe
rid of the walks. Nah, up the cows.
yeah.
Up the cows where you can. Keep as much food in as you can.
Yeah, I know, keep all that food. But it just goes to show
Mm,
that adding a couple of extra walks in a week makes all the difference.
mm. And it's pretty easy to fit into this current routine most people have, really. Like,
Yeah. Or
pick
I've
your
lost all
time.
my muscle. Yeah,
Or that
which
too.
one?
Yeah, not fast. You'll come back. Give it a
Yeah.
couple of weeks.
But what are you doing for
Nah.
motivation right now?
Oh, fuck all.
Yeah.
Literally,
At
like,
least you're honest.
I look at myself naked in front of the mirror and I'm like, eh, she'll be right. Wait till Jim's come back. She'll be right.
Right. What does G think? Is she like, oi, mate, come on, you're slacking a bit?
You're getting a bit slobby.
All of a sudden, she's like putting your weights in front of you as you get out of bed. So like, yeah, do you
Oh my
want
God, we should work out today.
to work? Yeah.
Actually, hang on. She's been saying that recently.
The
Oh,
hints are there. The hints are coming in
oh,
strong.
nah, I've been training. It's got my new, like, I've had my program set up for quarantine and I've been getting through it like 4 times a week. But
Oh,
then it's just
go
those,
you.
yeah, I know. It's just those 3 other days of the week, which kind of end up being the 3 days at the end of last week and the 3 days at the start of this week. 6 days
Yeah.
off, still training 4 times like in a synchronous week, but
Yeah.
the days off are kind of getting, yeah, here, there,
Getting
and
too
everywhere,
much.
really.
Yeah. Are you
But
still riding your
it's,
bike?
yes, somewhat.
That's good. Oh,
Got a new little road bike.
did you?
Yeah, thanks to Father the
Nice.
Dearest.
Oh,
Yeah,
legend.
I know, what a champ. So yeah, I've been getting out on that maybe like once, twice a week.
That's pretty
Um,
good.
it's not ideal, but and then yeah, just walking the dogs every other time. So like
That's good.
activity's still up. Activity's still up. It's just like purposeful training's not.
Yeah. That's
Um,
actually a good tip. Get a dog. Everyone get a dog. Then you
I
have
can
to
get
go
a
for a
dog.
walk.
Yeah, literally. Otherwise it
And it's
starts
good for happiness.
barking all fucking afternoon. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I was literally right before this podcast, I was just laying in bed just cuddling her. Love her. Love her to bits.
Oh, bless. This is the big white
Oh.
fluffy one.
Yeah, the one that's on all my work gear.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Love
that
it.
one.
Yeah, Brit has a little roller, doesn't she? You guys
Yeah.
are the animal kids. I have to get your animal hair off you at work.
Mate, I got one.
There you go. Oh, it's
Just
fresh.
never use it. Yeah, I
It's
know.
new.
Not really. It's got my old kind of lint from the
Oh, okay.
jumper, but yeah, she's
Yeah,
good
nice.
fun.
Yeah. Or maybe just walk a friend. Find a friend that needs to go walking.
Yeah, that's still allowed. That's still legal. Just walk
Yeah.
with 2 people, one other person.
Yeah. I walked one of my best friends the other day, Zana. She's 5 weeks away from having a baby. Yeah.
She's cutting it close.
Cutting it close. So we went for a walk the other day and it was lovely.
Yeah.
Social
And
distance.
there's
We
also,
didn't hug. We were very
it
smart.
was just social. like, yeah, it's also great for the social too, like your
Yeah.
social well-being.
Yep.
Is that a thing? Social well-being?
Absolutely.
Social side of life. Yes.
Yeah.
Social health. One of those.
Yeah, look, let's go with social. I like that. Social well-being.
And if you don't have any friends, get a dog.
Or call Hayden. He needs
Or
some
call
extra
me.
friends.
I also need friends. I could go for a walk with you. We could flip some tires at Paul Oval. Let me know.
Oh, I actually think I want
Ooh.
to come for a tire flipping session. Hat off.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
I'll
going to
bring
jump
both
on
the
your
tires for you.
booking form and do some
My
do some
booking form's dead.
yeah, okay.
Thanks to no boot camps.
I know. I really miss boot camps. You know, that was that was keeping me motivated. Getting
That
up,
kept me
getting
in
to boot
routine.
camp.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I had the best routine for it too. It was like every other morning and afternoon. So it was like I was loving it. It
Yeah.
was
See,
good
mine was
fun.
every day at 7 a.m. So I was out of bed in the car park,
Mm.
joining in where I could. It's kind of, I was trying to join in, but it's really hard when you've got like most mornings I had like the full 9 people. It was really hard to like count the circuits and be on top of it all.
Oh yeah. I know.
Yeah. I remember when you
Stuff
did
as
boot
guts.
camps last year and we made you join in and you were like, oh, but I really don't want to.
I was fucking blowing too. I'm like, I started off with the sprints or something, and then the whole rest of the workout, I'm just like taking a break halfway through, checking on everyone.
Yeah,
Just
no.
having a breather. Oh, just got to check your form. Yeah, no, yeah, you're good, you're good. Come on, ask the grass, let's go.
Ask the grass. Literally, because we were on the grass.
It was on a paddock. It was in grass. Yeah.
Oh dear.
Missed the farm.
But yeah, I think when those little motivations are our usual sort of motivation points are gone, we just need to find new ones. So I need to start scheduling my workouts. You need to just stop having a 6-day rest.
Yep. 6 rest days in a row.
Yep. And if you need to bring your nutrition up to maintenance, then do it. Just add an extra day of running in or something.
It's going to be an extra couple of weeks until the end of what the end of your phase would be. So it's
exactly.
Like, yeah, it's not going to be time wasted at all. You're going to be feeling good still. Sometimes you need just a little bit of a break. Although
absolutely.
if you have got competitions coming up, don't fucking go to maintenance. If you've got, locked in schedules for stuff, make sure they happen too.
Yeah.
But also look after yourself.
And at the same time, I was just going to say, look after yourself. And as much as I almost don't want to say this because I don't want to sound disencouraging, but if you do have a competition coming up or you have been preparing for something, I mean, look, chances are it could get cancelled anyway, but if it's not serving you right now and it's compromising your mental health, there's going to be another time you can compete. There's going to be another time you can work towards that goal. Like right now, we really need to be kind to ourselves and don't blow it all out, but consider what's going to serve your greater good. And if competing next year is going to serve you better than competing this year or doing a different competition at the end of the year, put your mental health first. If that's what you need to do, that's what you need to do. Talk to your coach, figure out a plan.
Find out. Yeah.
Approach it wisely.
That's it. With a bit of guidance.
Yeah, exactly. You don't have to let go of the goal completely, but I do think there's an element of, doing what works best for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah. Stay happy, stay healthy.
Stay happy, stay healthy, eat more than 1,000 calories a day. Don't worry about atrophy.
Chase the pump.
That pump.
Follow us on Instagram at Alpha Strength Physique, obviously. Get in touch with us if you need any help with your training, nutrition, lockdown routines, anything like that. Accountability, check-ins, we've got you all covered there. You can find Liz at Coach Lizzie B on Instagram, myself at Coach Hayden Thompson, and Alpha at Alpha Strength and Physique.
Yep.
And we'll see you guys all next week.
50% off sale is still running, so get in touch if you need a program.
Absolutely. All right. Perfect, guys.
Stay safe.
Thanks for choosing in. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.